coffee today. Hi, hope you're okay and you're keeping well. Welcome back to my channel. I couldn't sleep last night and I was juggling around different ideas for videos in my head, and I came to the conclusion I'm too tired to make a proper serious one. Why not let's make one, get to know me a little better, how I spent my youth, talk about that in this video I think. So if you want to hear how boring I was when I was younger, this is the video for you. I like to think I was a normal teenager, didn't really sort of get into much trouble. Sort of spent summer holidays with my friends, get the bus into Brighton. I still remember return from the town I used to live in was £3.20. Try getting on an hour and a half bus ride now for £3.20. I used to love spending my summers in Brighton. It was good fun. Just walk along the beach, look around the shops, get lunch somewhere. It was good fun. I remember one time, I absolutely love donuts, like love them. And I could never seem to go to Brighton without getting Pier donuts. At one time I bought 24 and I ate them all. I wasn't very well. Still doesn't stop me getting Pier donuts. I had a great group of friends when I was a teenager. Still friends with nearly all of them now. We go to gigs sometimes, go skateboarding, we'd go BMXing, really good laugh. I developed a bit of an addiction to video games in my late teens, and it got to the point where I'd be out with my friends. I'd just say, I'm just going home to get a jumper. Yeah, just nipping home to get a jumper. Could have been the middle of the summer, boiling hot. No need for a jumper. Why would I say that? And all I did was get home, just play video games. And as soon as I said, I'm just going home to get a jumper, my mates would say to each other, not going to see Ed for the rest of the day. They were right. I just wanted to play video games. I never really had much of an interest in getting drunk when I was younger. I know people that would get drunk, they'd get their older mates to buy them alcohol. They'd go up to this certain area in the town and just get drunk on a Friday night and a Saturday night, and that never really appealed to me. I just wanted to stay at home, play Pikmin, chat to my mates on MSN that weren't out. Just general nerdiness. I'm sure my parents appreciate me not getting drunk when I was 16. I listened to a lot of music. Listened to loads and loads of music when I was a teenager. My music taste was defined when I was in year 6, when my dad and his partner got Sky TV. I found the music channel Kerrang. There was a band playing Papa Roach. I think the song was it Last Resort or something, and I thought, oh, I love this is brilliant. And then that developed into listening to Slipknot, heavy metal in general, and then that moved on to death metal, Cannibal Corpse, Bolt Thrower, Morbid Angel, that sort of stuff. And I used to always think I would never listen to any other genre than heavy metal and death metal. It wasn't until someone much older than me said, oh, your music taste will change when you grow up. I wouldn't say it's changed, it's just become more varied. I'll listen to anything now. Heavy metal, still love it. Death metal, still love it. I'm listening to a lot of synthwave. Aurora, I think she's brilliant. Yeah, I listen to piano music. I like Scott Joplin. Just music in general, I think, is very good for you. I know I struggle to fall asleep unless I'm listening to music. Unless it's a sleepless night, in which case I just lie in bed listening to music until I get fed up of lying awake, and then I get up and just start my day at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But generally I find music quite healing, and I'm grateful that my dad and his partner got Sky, and for me discovering that music channel, and yeah, it really having an effect on me and yeah, my mental well-being. I was never one of the cool kids when I was younger. I didn't get a mobile phone until, God, how old was I? Like 13 or 14. not really that big a deal until I brought it to school and some bugger nicked it. Mum was not happy about that. I think I've just always been quite unlucky in that respect. Not really had best luck with my mental health. We'll touch on that in another video. That's far too much to talk about in one video. But I think I tried to be cool in my own respect. I grew my hair out long. I think it was like down to about here, bright orange. I looked like a bit of an idiot, to be honest, not gonna lie. I never brushed it. The only time I brushed it was for prom. And even then, somehow it came out uneven. It was like that. I was like, what have you done to your hair? I always didn't really have designer clothes. I just had jeans and a band t-shirt or a band hoodie, skater shoes. Not really much has changed in my fashion sense. I don't really care, to be honest with you. As long as it's comfortable, I'm happy. If there was one fashion or piece of clothing or that I really wanted, was a pair of new rock boots. If you don't know what they are, Google them. They're just ridiculous. They're just these big, ugly boots, and I thought they were just so cool. I begged my parents to let me get a pair. Downside to them is they're really expensive, and the reason I wasn't allowed a pair was because they were so expensive and that my feet were still growing, and that in a matter of months I would have outgrown them, which, fair enough, you can't argue with that. I did get a pair though, and I absolutely loved them. I wore them all the time. Big, ugly boots. I thought that was just absolutely ridiculous. But at the time I thought, yeah, look at me. I look awesome. I didn't look awesome. I looked like an idiot. I was a very skinny teenager. I was 7 stone when I left school. I was spent nearly all the time I was at school, I was really short. I didn't have a growth spurt until about the beginning of year 11, where I went from short and skinny to tall and skinny. I was so gangly. I looked like a daddy long legs. I looked ridiculous. I thought I wasn't really that skinny until I was walking along a corridor in school. One of my friends came up behind me and she could put her whole hand around my bicep, and she looked at me and said, wow, I didn't realise you were that skinny, did I think? Oh man, that sucks. But left school, put on weight. I'm not skinny anymore. I'm now fat, which is one extreme to the other. So that's what I was like when I was a teenager. Just a lanky, long-haired, music-obsessed video game enthusiast who in one day ate 24 donuts and was sick. I hope you enjoyed that video. Stick around, there's plenty more videos to come. See you later. Take care.